one until it's over.
Wait a second. Please don't take my job.
I'm not doing that.
Hi, I'm Ankit. I'm your host for Pits to Podium. We're coming to you from the Madras race track, and this is going to be a legendary show where we are getting you up to speed with all these incredibly young racers and get you exclusive coverage of
The Volkswagen Ameo Cup 2017.
I think I'm going to take the wheel. Why don't you do this? Now, while everyone's getting ready for the big race, it's time you and I have some fun. We all know how quick the racers are with their reflexes on the racetrack. But how quickly do their neurons fire when they're not racing? Basically, how fast are they with their brains? It's time to find out with a rapid fire. So, rapid fire question round, guys. I know you've been having an excellent time on the track. It's time to test your knowledge of the cars and the track.
Yep.
Ready for the rapid fire?
Yep, go ahead.
Which track is longer, Kari or Madras Motor Race?
Madras. Chennai is much, much bigger.
Chennai.
Chennai.
Yeah.
You're right, it is Chennai. Who is Kari Motor Speedway named after?
Mr. Curry.
Duh. You know his full name?
No. I'm not sure about it. Janardhan Curry.
Sundaram.
Sundaram Curry.
When did the Kari Motor Speedway open?
2003.
1990s.
Some long time back.
The year.
91. Pass. I have seriously no idea about this.
The year 2000.
Okay, 2000.
Okay. How much horsepower does the racetrack ready Ameo boast now?
210.
205 to 207 beats.
202.
201.
You said 200, you said 202. What's your last
205.
5. 205. Who won the Indian Grand Prix 2011?
Oh God. Vettel.
Sebastian Vettel, all three.
Who won the Volkswagen Vento Cup 2016?
What's his name? Ishan Dudiwala. Ishan Dudiwala. You're best of friends.
Basically answering everything. Stock car racing or Formula car racing?
Stock car racing.
Stock car racing.
Is VW gonna hit me? Formula car racing. Formula cars.
Okay. Street circuit or race circuit?
Obviously race circuit, it's motorsports.
Okay.
Both. Race circuit.
Street circuit.
Race. Street circuit.
Rally or track?
Track.
Rally.
Rally.
Track.
Track.
When you go off a track, it's a rally.
Kari or Madras?
Madras.
Curry. Curry. Anytime.
Madras.
Okay. Madras Kari. I'm liking the sound of this. What is the minimum driver plus Ameo Cup car weight combination?
It's around 1350 kgs.
Whoa, that's heavy.
About 1100 kgs or 1200 kgs?
It's around 1300 kgs. Plus or minus 50, I can say.
724.2. No?
I think his formula is just say whatever you want, say it with so much confidence that it might appear as the right answer. Not even close. It's 1125 kilograms. Sandeep, how many points does the winner of a race earn?
Oh.
Wow.
Still no idea.
Really?
Yeah.
60.
60.
60.
Okay, last question. How many points does the 8th place finisher earn?
60, 48, 40, 34.
Doesn't matter. I don't know.
32, 30, 28, 26. 26 points.
26 points. Anyway, this was fantastic fun.
Very well. Thank you so much.
This was
Thank
fun.
you.
All the best for the races.
Thank you.
We got to know that it's raining when we came here today morning. When it rains, it's 70% driver and 30% car. The car is completely a passenger. It does what you want it to do. All the physics of racing go upside down. So rain actually makes it more interesting.
And if the car goes on the water in a very high speed, so sometimes we also lose the control.
In a dry weather, when you go off the track, you can rejoin. It's not a big of a hush. But when you go off the track in a wet condition, there's no way you can rejoin.
You just get on, you drive, not think about the weather much. The short loop is something different. We have never driven on it.
There are very few opportunities to overtake in this short loop especially. So yeah, I mean just a good start and a good few corners is very important for me.
In the short loop, it's going to be very difficult to overtake, so the better our grid position, the better we will finish our race.
I just kept looking straight ahead, sitting in the car, and I was like, just stay focused. First lap, I just overpushed, made a lot of mistakes. They stuck to me. They were right behind me. I could see the whole pack. But then I just told myself to calm down because I knew I had the pace.
By 7th or 8th lap, I had a flat tire. So I drove half of the race in the flat tire and I was just hoping that it just survived.
At a very close half a tenth difference. Then Sandeep behind in a 10th, then Donnie another 10th behind him, and then me. So between me and Donnie, it's 1,000th of a 10th.
Whoa, that was a super thrilling race. Of course, there were some surprises, but some usual suspects as well.
Oh, fantastic. I mean, definitely the aim was to be on the podium and get the win. But I was really happy with my lap.
Because of the delay in the race, it really affected a lot, especially on my strategy. I had planned it that way that, I go a little high up my tire temperature. Now, it resulted in the race, my tires started heating up a lot. So, as we all saw, Saurav just ran off and I was not able to catch up with him.
The win really doesn't affect me in any way because I feel that two things about it. One, if you can do it again, that's when you prove it. And secondly, being there is more important than winning it, because if you're never there, you'll never get that opportunity either.
No mother would allow wrestling and racing as a sport to any child.
Welcome back, all you adrenaline junkies. This is Pits to Podium. We are at the Chennai Motor Race Track for the Volkswagen Ameo Cup 2017. Now, the same thing that makes motor racing so damn thrilling also makes it a relatively dangerous sport. I'm only left wondering what must be going on in the minds of friends, family and relatives of these incredibly young racers when they try to tame the beast on the track. Well, we don't have to wonder. Let's find out from them.
It's more of mixed feeling, but I'm very happy that he's taking part in such a sport because everybody can't do that. And like I wanted to do, but I couldn't, so he's living my dream.
I won't lie to you, initially yes, no mother would allow wrestling and racing as a sport to any child. But I think when I saw him for the first time when he was 8 years old, he was the happiest on the track.
Well, it's his passion and he's doing it and I feel great for him. You know, I think everybody should be able to do what they want to do. And he's blessed to be having the opportunity and he always has a support and always will have our blessings.
Though it was scary, though it was tense when he is racing, when he is on the track, but still then, it is his desire, his passion. Let me be with it.
I did not encourage him in the sport because I was too scared. But my son's passion, so I followed his dreams.
Well, emotions and motivations clearly run very high on the racetrack, and fortunately, it's time for the engines to start revving up again.
Starting 7th, and yeah, because finished 2nd yesterday, so it was good. So yeah, starting P7 today. My focus is to be on the top spot. I'm not really concerned about who's there ahead of me and who's behind me. I got to keep my calm and just give consistent laps.
Starting 2nd, so get a good launch, get into P1 at the earliest and then run away. There is a plan. If it doesn't work out, there's no plan B.
Starting 4th, so I have to give it everything in the first lap and hope for the best because the quicker guys are behind now. They are going to try and make the moves, but I'll try and hold them off. 15 laps, it shouldn't be that hard.
On the 3rd lap, I realized something was wrong because I couldn't turn in. I couldn't turn in to get further. I could see Karminder catching up. I had a huge tire issue. I did drive with a blown tire till the end, but I dropped 16 places. So, really tough weekend.
I think Karminder just flowed through the whole pack and we were there, I mean me and Chiku together. But then all the contact, no, we lost space.
He was fantastic. As soon as he was right behind me and when I went off-roading, he took me and after that I barely saw him. He was at least 2 corners in front, fantastic driver.
I might to follow Sandeep for quite a few laps so that I can get faster because he's a very fast guy. So I had followed him and it also gave me some benefits.
I got blocked every single lap. First by Tawheed for at least 6 laps straight.
So 5th, I went to 2nd, I fell back to 6th and I came 3rd.
I knew it that they are the back markers, so I was a little happy, but that inside my helmet that, you know, I've overtaken the back markers means I've achieved something.
No matter how much you plan and calculate, no one can really prepare you for the results of any race. The tally board looks like this was a very close race. Let's take a look at the results.
Karminder, definitely he was the man to watch for, starting in 7th place. And I was quite impressed actually, because it's the short circuit right now. So overtaking opportunities are lesser. So I think he did have an advantage in the sense that others also made mistakes, and it all worked out for him. The important thing for him is that he needs to keep his mind together and should not try and do anything really silly going forward.
If you've been tracking the races as closely as we have been, then you would have noticed that apart from the race cars that are obviously engineered to win the championship, there are two other cars that make rounds on the racetrack. What are those? Let's find out.
I'm this year's safety car driver for the MRF, MMSC, FMSCI National Racing Championship with the Ameo Cup. Safety car has a very critical role to play before the start of the race and during the race period. When we are parked at the pit exit, we are all the time buckled up and helmets on and seat belts on. Engine is start, lights are on, and we are waiting for race control's instructions. If there is any incident happen during a race, our job is to neutralize the race and take all the competitors in a single convoy and maintain the convoy until the safety car period is on. And how the competitors get to know that the safety car is out, they see safety car boards with a single yellow flag at every marshal post. They are informed by that, all the competitors, so they automatically start slowing down. And under this safety car period, none of the competitors behind the safety car are allowed to overtake the safety car and overtake each other also. They have to maintain their previous lap positions.
Yes, if there is a necessity that we need to intervene immediately to clear the track, the race control will ask us, after deploying the safety car, to move into the location, clear off the track. So the minute I know that the car is off from a dangerous location and it is not going to hinder the race and it's not dangerous, I tell them, okay, now you can withdraw the safety car.
Now that we've found out all there is to know about the support vehicles, it's time for a quick break on Pits to Podium, but come right back. We've got some more interesting stories for you.
Everyone is a competitor in the sport, but we all have to learn from each other and have fun.
Welcome back. You're watching Pits to Podium, and we're bringing you exclusive coverage of the races from Volkswagen Ameo Cup 2017 on the Madras Motor Race track. Now, I absolutely love hanging out in the pit lane just before a race is about to begin. The energy and the tension is palpable. Racers have their eyes on the prize, last-minute checks, and engines are revving hard. It is almost addictive. Let's take a look at the races that are just about to begin.
I'm going to do the same thing what I did in race 2. I'm going to focus, just try and give my best and hope that I can make some position.
Just a good start and a good few corners is very important for me.
Everyone is a competitor in the sport, but we all have to learn from each other and have fun.
I had a decent first lap. I had a little bit of a gap. But going into C1, there's an oil patch. I went over that, I turned into C1, I'm just like going off. So I had to shift down, hold it, and by then Karminder was on my inside.
But the smartest way is to not put yourself in a position of risk where you could fall back and lose a lot of points. I think you have to be really smart and calculated through the race as to how much of a risk you can take and how much you want to save yourself for your championship.
Had a very clean start. Sort of did a mistake in C1, I think, and I saw that happening. And I capitalized on that and I made the move in C2. And I think after that, I just made sure that I don't look back and I just keep looking forward and do some good consistent laps, and I let that work out.
Today I was just struggling with the tires. I don't know why. I really need to sit down and think because I was driving in the same manner. I just couldn't make use of the tires as well. That's experience, you know. I haven't had a race with 3 weekends ever. So now I need to learn how to manage my tires. But yeah, hats off to Karminder, did a good job.
So next weekend, the last race weekend of the season, I can assure you that there are going to be a little bit more accidents because the drivers now are much more comfortable with the car. So they are going to be pushing that much more. And I think you'll see the grid a lot closer than it has ever been this entire season.
It's time to bid you goodbye from this racing weekend, but we'll be back one last time with the grand finale of the Volkswagen Ameo Cup 2017 from the Madras Motor Racetrack. Till then, keep driving and stay safe.